CBDC is one type of digital dollar that can be used by anyone. It would be issued, backed, and controlled by the Federal Reserve, and the U.S. government would fully back and trust it. This could be used instead of current payment methods and have benefits like instant payment settlement, a way to make deals across borders, and helping more people get access to money. More than 130 countries are looking into making their own digital currencies that are backed by the government. Japan, China, Russia, and India have already started pilot projects. As early as 2028, a digital euro pilot could begin. At the same time, the US is still very far behind, even though there is more and more clear knowledge about how digital currency works. The Congress of the United States owns these words right there. Make no mistake about it, the US Congress has clearly said that XRP is okay in the US. This ISN and #039, T just for banks and investment firms. XRP can be used for both domestic and foreign transactions. This is especially true from the US Federal Reserve. Why does this matter? The world shift is known to the US Congress. Brazil, India, China, and other countries are working with Ripple to set up their own digital currencies that will be issued by their central banks. The US doesn't and #039, T want to be behind on this change. And can you guess which company they and #039 reworking with? Yes, Ripple. As always, welcome back to Moneyside, the place to go for all things XRP. The BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa have worked together on a central bank digital currency that they can all use. The US is planning to do the same. Let me show you a video that shows how Ripple and the US Federal Reserve talked about CBDCs all the way back in 2015. This history background shows that Ripple and the US have been working together behind the scenes, even though Ripple and the SEC are in public disagreements. There was a good chance that Ripple would win the SEC case because of this partnership. Remember how Ripple pitched the Fed NAB payment system to the Federal Reserve in 2015? The Fed didn't and #039, T give direct credit to Ripple when they released the system, but there were hints. The Federal Reserve talked about a possible relationship with a blockchain company that could make payments quick and easy, with transaction times of only 3 to 5 seconds. The possibility of the US Federal Reserve using Ripple has been brought up many times by Gary Gensler. Gensler had faith in the Federal Reserve even before he started working there, when the SEC was suing Ripple. He had already added XRP and Ripple to their payment system so that it could be used for both domestic and foreign transactions. Now let in #039 talk about current events. Riverbank has joined the FedNet payment system. Riverbank is a well-known Ripple payment partner that uses the RippleNet system. Let us break this down. This is more than just a bank. The xCurrent and xRapid methods on RippleNet are used by this payment processor. For on-demand liquidity, both of these services use XRP and its ledger. Since Riverbank joined FedNet, it and #039 is clear that xRapid, xCurrent, and RippleNet, which are all based on XRP, will play a part. So, the FedNet payment system is ready to use XRP to meet its liquidity needs for trades that take place across borders. As a result, we can expect XRP and #039's value to rise as its uses and benefits grow. If you own XRP and are watching this, this is good news for your investment. Adding XRP to regular banking systems is more than just a sign of how useful the coin could be. It shows how the world of global business is changing. We in #039 seeing a paradigm shift happen as traditional banks realize how fast, efficient, and cheap blockchain technologies like Ripple and #039 are. The support from Gary Gensler and the actions taken by banks like Riverbank afterward are just the tip of the iceberg. XRP and other similar technologies will have an impact on the whole financial industry as more companies learn about them and use them. Before we go any further, I have some exciting news for my readers. I have an offer for XRP. Just do these 3 easy things to join in. Rate this video with a thumbs up, click and quote, subscribe and quote, turn on alerts, and share this video with your friends and family. When we pick our lucky winner, I and #039 make sure these steps are followed. So good luck to everyone. When we reach 60,000 users, we and #039 let everyone know who won. Let in hashtag 039s get back to the subject at hand. XRP and hashtag 039s worth and how important it is becoming. We in hashtag 039v talked about how the US Federal Reserve is interested in it and how most people in the US want to use it. But people outside of the US are also seeing how useful XRP could be. Some countries, like the BRICS nations and even the EU with its digital euro project, are looking into what it can do. The movies we and hashtag 039v made on these topics go into more detail about how XRP is being used in Europe and hashtag 039's digital euro project and the BRICS nation and hashtag 039's CBDC. To restate our main point, the US ISN and hashtag 039t just interested in XRP as a possible CBDC, which we talked about in another video. They also want to use it to make cross-border trades more efficient. This ISN and hashtag 039t just true for CBDCs, it and hashtag 039s true for all banking transactions, both at home and abroad. Let in hashtag 039s look at what this means for the future value of XRP. There will be changes to XRP and hashtag 039s value as more people use it, especially big financial institutions like the US Federal Reserve. In the end, how useful a coin is a big part of how much it and hashtag 039s worth. When a digital asset like XRP is added to big financial systems, it and hashtag 039s not just about the benefits it brings to transactions right away. It and hashtag 039s also about the trust and confidence it builds over time. The world and hashtag 039s financial system is changing quickly. Digital transactions are becoming the rule, and people want to be able to send money quickly and cheaply across borders. Cryptocurrencies, especially ones that have been used before like XRP, play a very important part. Support from big countries and financial institutions could be the spark that puts XRP in a class by itself. This is a very important time for businesses and fans. The way XRP is going now, with all of its support and connections, points to a bright future. But, as with any investment, it and hashtag 039s important to stay up to date, keep an eye on how things are changing, and make choices based on a lot of study. Is it possible that XRP will reach $10,000? In the crypto world, this question has been getting a lot of attention. We and hashtag 039I'll get to it soon. It and hashtag 039s important to note that multinational organizations, especially those from North America, are becoming more interested in the list of XRP. As the crypto world grows, digital currencies can now be found in more than 130 countries. XRP is often pointed out as a leader. So, how much could XRP be worth? Speculations range from $10,000 to an amazing $35,000. This is because it could play a part in global CBDC operations, which are digital currencies run by central banks. What does this mean? There and hashtag 039s a chance that XRP could become the standard medium of exchange as more countries adopt it for international purchases. This was made clear by the executive director at Vill Hill Capital. It would be a big deal for the world and hashtag 039s wealth to move through the XRP ledger if it becomes the standard currency used by everyone. Even though there is a lot of XRP available, its worth could go up because of how much people want it, putting it in the $10,000 to $35,000 range. These are the predictions and values for XRP that experts and fans are looking forward to seeing. Do not forget that I am not a professional financial advisor. The information in these movies is only meant